Did you click the?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Game Time Decision. I'm your host, Detroit Lenny, joined with my favorite two knuckleheads, as always, Nick and Tim. Earl, how we doing, gentlemen?
My two bets so far today, my first 5 unders were dead in the second inning, so I love to see that. So hopefully football goes good.
All righty then. So there's that. Don't forget about our Caesars Sportsbook promo. Wager up to $1,250 for your first bet. If you don't win, you'll get 100% of your stake back as a free play. And win or lose, you'll get 1,000 reward credits and 1,000 tier credits. Link in the description of the video. Just click the link. Just click the link. Don't also forget, you know what I'm trying to say, EarlSportsBets.com/promo. 7-day package is only $49. Dude's got tons of plays. They got tons of plays. And I heard a little rumor here, Circle Plays. You get 5 plays a week. Everybody knows the drill. And we're a little split on that 5th one, which is, I will say this, from playing it last year, is always the hardest one. Because it seems like you come out of the gate and you got like 2, you're like, yup. And then ones you're like, okay, I get that. And then that 5th one, that's what's scary, is when 5 are like, yup. And you're like, no. So that 5th one's a little iffy. You guys in the chat, I don't know. How do you do a poll for all of them? That's a lot.
I'm doing a poll for the Earl Sports Bets channel.
Okay. So check in. I know we're on Max Wager Network. We're on all the ESP stuff. Check in on the Earl Sports Bets channel if you guys get a chance on the YouTube. There should be a little poll coming up shortly that's going to have all. Now, keep in mind, Circle Lines came out today. Whatever the Circle Lines are set. Okay, or they came out yesterday.
Which we'll pull up in a minute. We'll pull those up in a minute.
I'll pull those up in a second. But my thing is you can't, it's not actual lines. Like, that's like if a line changed from yesterday to today, I think like the Lions are -2, but on Circle they're -1.5. So it is like we can't buy points. It is what it is here on this. So we're gonna pull that up. You guys, help them get their 5th pick.
Because me and Nick disagree a lot. Here, we'll pull up the picks.
It's a rough week.
It's a rough one. I did put the poll in the chat. It's between the Washington Commanders. It's between the Cleveland Browns and what was the last one? The New England Patriots. I'm a big advocate for the Commanders. We're kind of iffy on the Browns, and a 6.5 does not look that appetizing. And then Nick really likes whatever one
you like the Patriots, Nick?
I put the Patriots out there, but yeah, I think I'd prefer the Browns over the Patriots, but still.
I think I like the Browns at home. The Patriots worry me with the Mac Jones thing, and then also I worry about them just playing in Pittsburgh, where I'd rather take the home team on Circle Plays, unless there's a clear-cut advantage. The 4 you guys are already rolling with it, we pretty much got locked in, are
Ravens -3.5. The Rams -10. The Packers -10, and the Titans +10.
Titans +10. That's right.
I'm also a big fan of the
some weird numbers.
What do you call it? The Saints as well. I'm a big advocate for the Saints as well. But we put a poll in the ESP chat. If we're able to get at least like 25 votes on it, just so we can get a general consensus, we're not going to use it if there's only 7 votes. So, and Nick, don't go onto a bunch of different accounts and vote. So. I'm not. Don't worry.
I think out of what you got, I mean, I don't mind the Saints.
Well, the Saints, that's
of
not a team up for discussion.
Okay.
And Nick, I will say, Nick has been very frustrating this week because he'll use a certain trend against me, and then I'll try to use that trend to get a play, like the Saints, and he won't agree to it. So it's been very frustrating to go for Nick.
Well, you gotta also think the trend is just part of it, and then line value on it as well. Like a bunch of the trend plays that I do like, Tim, I see line value in it as well. And the Saints don't check all the boxes for that, like the Rams did, like the Packers did, like the Titans did. So no, I mean it's not because I'm trying to go against the trend or whatever.
Right.
It's there's more than just the trend that goes into my capping. There's line value on all these other teams that I like that also agree with the trend.
But we'll leave this up for a little bit because we want to.
I like out of those, I don't mind the Browns. I'll be honest with you, I don't. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. But the Jets.
And do we know who's starting officially for the Jets? Is it Flacco again, or are they actually going to give Mike White a chance?
It's Flacco before White all day.
Okay.
I know you want to see White, but
I'd rather see White. But that's just me being a Jets fan wanting them to have a chance at winning. Flacco's no longer. Also, they did go up against the Ravens defense, which the Ravens defense looks halfway
they're good. Yeah.
So
I also think that Joe Flacco, they played from behind the whole game, so he had to throw the ball 60 times, 59 times.
I like the Jets running game. I think they have a decent run game. Because I like Carter, and then who's that second piece that we kind of, I don't want to say drafted, but we have Carter,
Breece Hall.
Breece Hall, thank you. That we have as well. I like those a good duo for the Jets. I just I don't know.
Richie P voted for the commies.
Thank you. Right now, there's 9 votes in. Looks like Commanders 44%, Browns 33%, Patriots 22% at the moment. In order to use the poll, I want at least 25 to 30 votes on it. I don't want a 9-vote poll and have to go off of that.
That's fair.
So we'll keep pointing people towards that direction so that they vote on that.
I'm gonna go on and vote right now.
Okay. I'm gonna share out the. That's not helpful. Because I forgot I had my monitor as the thing that's being shared right now, so I can't really.
I could share mine.
No. We're good. I can go split screen on my main computer. See?
I'll look at you.
Let's go bring up the stream on ESB. We'll copy it and we'll post it on a bunch of the Facebook groups or the Twitter groups that I'm in because that's what
just want to say F y'all to everyone that voted for the Commanders. I take it personally, and you're.
I'm sorry, Lenny. I like to win.
You're off the Christmas card list like that.
Just I like to win money.
Me too. First time Lions been favored in 24 games.
Hey Lenny, if you were alone in the Super Contest, what would be your 5 plays this week?
Ooh. That's it. I like the Vikings. That's my.
I do as well.
I do. I like the Packers. I think they destroy the Bears. I do like the Rams. I think they're going to destroy Atlanta. I kind of lean Seattle. Probably as like a 4th one, just because I think it's going to be bad weather in both those teams. The game's going to end up like 12-9, 9-6. So I'll take the points there. Watch out for a tie. I'm just saying, I'd take the points there. I personally love the Bengals at 7. I missed the line, but for this competition purposes, I would still take the Bengals. I'm going to stay away. How many is that? 4? That's 4, I think. I take the Rams, Seahawks, the Packers, Vikings. That's 4. Man, I want to take the Cardinals. They can't be that bad against the Raiders.
I like the Cardinals outright.
I like that game to end up on 3, but for my 5th one, I'm telling you, this week's hard because there's some 1s and 2s.
And there's been a shit ton of line movements.
There's a 2.5. There's a 2.
Yeah, the 2s are essentially
3 games have 2s. Right.
Yeah, and the 2s are essentially pick'ems.
Right.
So,
but I'd probably, I'd probably be a dumbass and take the Lions. But I don't hate. I don't know who's playing that Jets Browns game though. Like you did bring up a good point, Tim Earl. I don't know who quarterback is yet. But
it's Joe Flacco. I think they've confirmed Joe Flacco.
I think
Which why he's starting in the year 2022 got me.
And to be honest with you, I'd probably take the Chiefs tonight. I think they roll. I think they win by a touchdown. I think they cover the 4. I think it goes under. I think it's last. And I think all of a sudden this kicker they just brought in is going to be like whatever. Like I don't think we're going to have any problems there. Maybe the Chiefs. Nah, maybe not. The Chiefs game I like probably better. I think the Broncos destroy the Texans, but
I absolutely
I don't like the 10. I don't like the 10.
I don't mind it. My number for that one's 15 and a half. You like Broncos, Tim?
No, I said I don't like the Broncos.
Oh, you don't like the 10.
Of course not.
Well, if I'm gonna lay points on a team like the Rams and the Packers, those teams I feel comfortable with. The Broncos, absolutely not.
Not yet.
In Mile High though,
like Packers and Rams have proven to me, like last year, they were actual good teams. This year, they're not.
Yeah. My 5th would probably be the Lions. I'm not gonna lie, because honestly, I'm trying to find a way to stay off of that game and not take the Lions as if I was playing all by myself. The over is already locked in, and it's on a teaser. Or I'm taking all kinds of ways, but for this purposes, give me the Vikings. I'm writing this shit down just for the hell of it. Vikings.
Right. Richie's coming in saying his ones would be Packers, Titans, Rams, and he likes the Giants and the Commies. I like the Commies. I don't like the Giants this week. I think this is going to be.
I just don't trust them yet.
Yeah, no. I think this Giants team is different.
Yeah.
I like what
I like them.
Vrabel is doing.
I do. -10, and then who else did I say? Oh, Seahawks.
I love the Seahawks, but I also
understand why he doesn't.
And I will fade the Niners against the spread until they announce Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, there's no reason why the Niners should be that big of favorites against with Trent Lance.
Don't you think there's a potential flat spot though for the Seahawks after winning their Super Bowl last week against their old quarterback?
Yes. But traditionally in this game, where they play each other twice a year, divisional game type thing, these two have a history of just, going at it with this game. And it's traditionally not one. I don't trust Trey Lance to blow out Seattle.
Correct.
That's my thing. I don't trust Geno on the other side of it. And yes, they're going to be flat coming off that Denver game. But if you Trey Lance and the coming off the flat game kind of wash each other out for me. And then if all things being equal, yes, they're in San Francisco, could be bad weather. I'm going to take the 8.5. If it was 6.5, I'd be leaning Niners, but it's 8.5. So I lean Seattle, but I, so that's my thought process, I guess, behind it.
The problem with,
but I really like the Giants the more.
I like the under in that game. I like the under in that Seattle.
I like the Seahawks team total under. I like the under in general just because of the bad weather. Not to mention,
9-6.
The Niners are going to be without Elijah Mitchell, which is one of the big guys, and George Kittle is still out. So
George Kittle.
They got nothing on offense, like
Other
nothing.
side
And
of the
Trey
ball.
Lance doesn't help. I know everybody can point to the Seahawks and go, well, they're going to be without Jamal Adams, which is definitely a big hurt.
Yeah.
But in this game, where the Niners are run heavy, I don't think it matters. I think it matters zero.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It still matters, yes, but I don't think it matters that much.
Yeah, because fill in the blank running back or Deebo Samuel breaks through the first line of defense. You need a good tackling safety. Plus, Jamal Adams is one of the best blitzing safeties in football. Yeah, that's absolutely. He's a great run-stopping safety.
And now you're going up against a big run team in the Niners.
And I do think this is
Dave,
last
Dave
week.
You're saying Browns.
I like it, Dave. I like it.
I will say
Shout out
this.
to
Last
Dave.
week with that Denver-Seattle game, Jamal Adams goes out. I thought, oh, big blow. Here comes Denver. Problem is Denver was behind, but they had to throw the ball. They didn't have the opportunity to run the ball. Now, starting at 0, clock starts quarter 1. Now you try to establish that run. You might be able to establish that run without Jamal Adams. So, I don't know.
Yeah. But by the way, I'm going to touch on this. Absolutely. We love comebacks. So does Kim Kardashian. So, do you understand that reference?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. That was we referenced that on his show as well.
That's funny.
That's why he said we love comebacks.
Damn mess. The more I look at it, the more I don't hate the Giants. I know I love the under in that game because both teams are going to try and run the damn ball. Okay, and you're going to run
and the Seahawks maybe put up 10 if they're lucky. I see this as a 23-10.
It's 17.
You see the 49ers scoring 23 points?
No,
potentially, yeah.
Well, I mean
that is 20 safeties and a field goal. That is a lot. This is the Niners we're talking about. We're not talking about Iowa. Score off
10
with
safeties, not 20.
It's 10 safeties. Sorry. 10 safeties and a field goal, Nick. That's a lot of points.
I mean, I'll give them 3 safeties, but 10 Nick Earl, 10.
10.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I wrote down, that Giants Panthers game is definitely an under game. But I think seeing what Saquon did last week, and I'm not trying to overreact. I'm not, but I think healthy Saquon is a dangerous Saquon.
Yes.
And if this was week 10 after 9 weeks of getting beat up, maybe not. This is week 2, not so beat up. Healthy Saquon's a dangerous Saquon. Yep. And the Panthers, man, like Christian McCaffrey's already banged up going into week 1. Now it's week 2, and we all know Baker's going to do what Baker does. So I don't hate the Giants there, but
and they're at home.
I don't think, as far as everybody's saying on the Lions and the Commanders and all that, I don't think Washington's going to be able to keep up offensively. I think the Lions are going to score on 8 out of 10 of their possessions. Whether it's a field goal or touchdown, they're going to score. Okay? And Washington won't. And not because the Lions' defense is good. Let me be clear. Not because of that. It's just because it's Washington. Now you got a stable quarterback
on Washington.
Carson Wentz is a fucking statue. Here's Carson Wentz.
I'd rather have Carson Wentz than Trey Lance. I'd rather have Carson Wentz than Jared Goff.
And if Trey Lance was starting for Washington, Detroit would be favored by 3.5. Trey Lance is at least mobile. Carson Wentz is not. That's all I'm saying.
And Carson Wentz is going to be in the same role as Matt Ryan, where he doesn't need to be mobile. He just needs to be able to get the ball where it's supposed to be and be a game caller. He doesn't have to be mobile.
That's true. I agree. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm a homer when it comes to the Lions, so my opinion on it. But I wasn't really high on Washington preseason anyway. And I'm not really. Their defense is good though, or supposed to be. You know,
Supposed to be good, yes.
so
That's
we'll
my
see.
big thing. Is I think that the Washington defense is better than Philadelphia's, and I don't think that the Lions will be able to score as much as against the Commanders than they did against the Eagles.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say
Two,
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a little bit more film, more game plan on some of these teams, and they'll be able to slow them down a little bit.
Well, here's the thing. I think the Lions will be able to put up points again if they fall down by 13 points.
That's the thing. If they're playing for how do the Lions play call and strategy and what kind of Lions team are we going to see if they're up in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, because
That's a whole different game plan.
When people are gonna overreact about, oh my God, the Eagles gave up 35 points. Yeah, almost half of those points were late in the game when they were up 17
Who
points.
cares? They gave up the points. Shut them down. They're the Lions.
Bro,
No offense, Lenny.
the Lions are going to have top. There's 32 teams in the league. The Lions will finish in the top 16 of offense.
The
So I don't give a
Lions
shit
will
if they're
finish
the
number
Lions.
one. The Lions
good
will finish
offense.
number one in points when trailing by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, because they're going to trail a good chunk of the season. So,
But what
And
if
they're going
this
to
week
score
they
garbage
don't?
time
That's
points
what my
when teams
point
are
is.
playing prevent defense and not really having an aggressive defense.
Right, we don't know.
in that case, then my Commanders bet looks good. Because if the
But
Lions
that's
are playing from
assuming your
behind, that means the
Commanders
Commanders
are
winning.
up. The best thing that could happen for the Lions, in my opinion, to win this game is to be losing at halftime.
Yes.
Because they got to throw the ball. And if they have to, but they can run too. You saw what DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams did against Philly's defense, who's supposed to be just as good as the Washington defense. I mean, maybe a little less, but mediocre. They're both mediocre. Nobody's really great as far as a standout. I don't see why the Lions can't score mid to upper 20s all day. Can Washington?
Yes. Against the Detroit Lions defense, that's going to be awful all year. Yes.
I agree they are.
Lions can score fine, but the Commanders are going to be able to score more against the Detroit defense.
I'm looking at the box score of Carson Wentz went 27-41. He threw 4 touchdowns and 2 picks last week, 303 yards. Didn't they have, if I remember right, they won like on a last drive, right? They came back and won against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown to make it 28-22 late, and then Lawrence threw up a turkey and got intercepted.
Man, talk about a disappointing. I mean, well, Jacksonville's Jacksonville, but
Yeah, I thought Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be the Lord and Savior of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's been terrible.
Sunshine ain't doing shit over there. You know.
We were touting him. Scouts were touting him like he was the next Joe Montana, like he was the next Andrew Luck or Peyton Manning.
Just goes to show it's a team sport. You know, I mean, I don't care how good an individual is, it can only do so much. I mean, a running back's only as good as his lineman, the hole that the lineman opens, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Quarterback's only as good as his receiver that catches the ball. Receiver's only as good as the quarterback that throws the ball. You know what I mean? So it's kind of back and forth. How many votes so far? Richie P's asking for an update.
27, and the Cleveland Browns have taken a lead. They've gotten 41% of the votes, 33 for Washington, and 26 for the Patriots. So it looks like Cleveland's probably ahead by a vote or two.
I like the
Okay.
Browns.
I don't hate the Browns.
They may end up beating our last circuit bet. Come on, guys, vote commies. Vote commies.
Stop.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't
can't
really
sell
like the commies that much.
See, if you guys are both okay with the Browns, but don't
That's
love
what
it,
I was saying.
then you should go Browns. But if one is anti the other one, you and your Chinese commie bullshit, then you got to go the other way.
Because I was kind of leaning Detroit Lions team total over.
Which could still hit.
Imagine if we could do totals on the circuit contest. It would be so
it'd
much.
Be fine.
I mean, I say so much easier. Probably not. But
yeah, good luck trying to find. Good luck trying to decide between 5 sides or totals.
Do we have any line movement on these games that we're talking about? The 3.
The Browns, the Lions moved towards the Browns.
It's moved from like 4.5 to 6.5, I believe.
Yeah, Lions moved I think a point or a
Half
point and a half towards the
2.5.
Patriots, and the commies line I think has stayed put, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett's not horrible for the Browns.
I don't see the Jets putting up more than 10 points again. Like the Jets team total under is probably going to make my card again because I think that the Browns defense
is garbage
for real.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think the Browns defense is better than the Ravens defense. And the Ravens gave up 9 points to the Jets last week. I think the Jets maybe score 7, 10 against the Browns.
I just see the under in that game all day because Cleveland's going to
just I don't mind the
hand
under.
the ball off to Nick Chubb or what's his name?
I see the Browns running them out of the building a little bit like a 24-3 type of game.
I won't go that far, but I'll go like 17-10.
Yeah,
Browns.
20-10, 20-7, 21-7.
That 6.5 just is a weird number.
I don't mind it.
I think 6.5 is better than. That's probably one of the better numbers on this board, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
normalcy considering you got 3 2s, a 2.5,
a 1.5, 4 10s, and 8.5.
Yeah, there's the 10s, man. Those are hard because
we like 3 of the games with 10s.
Because I'll tell you what, Packers won't, but I'm going to use them as an example because I will say that they won't for sure. But Packers will get, one team gets up early, just kind of starts running the ball. You get some garbage. You'll never take a 10 against the Lions. You'll always take a plus 10 because they'll backdoor cover some shit. The Bears, I don't think are that good, so I love that Packers play. Buffalo and Titans, I'm concerned probably with that the 10 the most, just because the Titans the Titans can run the ball and eat up clock, so it probably won't be that big of a spread. Problem is Buffalo can score on any given play at any time. I feel like their offense is freaking deadly. The Bengals, I mean, at 7 is
like we can't touch the Bengals at this point.
At this point, it's not Lions or nothing. It's
it's Lions or nothing.
At this point, it's Cowboys or nothing. I'm thinking of 2 bad teams. Cowboys or nothing. I want 7 and a hook though with the Cowboys.
You want that hook for sure. But
I think Bengals win by at least say 10, 14.
Did we not like the Ravens Dolphins? You guys,
Ravens are part of our card. Ravens.
Oh, Ravens are okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, why haven't we talked about that? I feel like I'd lean that way too. I don't know why I didn't. I'd probably put that on there instead of the Lions, to be honest with you. But whatever.
Like me and Higgs were talking Commanders and stuff before his show this morning, and because we were talking about winning the division and stuff, because he likes the Giants, I like the Commanders. We both looked at both schedules and went, both their schedules are very favorable. Like,
absolutely, that's why I like the Giants.
Both teams to win double digits.
Ice X thinks the Cowboys cover.
I mean, at that
Joe
point,
says he's got. I have $50 on Tide at half for the Chargers tonight.
Hell yeah, get it.
not gonna talk
get
about
it. No, not even a little bit.
So that's a double result. Tie Chargers. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's saying it's tied at halftime and the Chargers win straight up.
I don't hate it as long as it stays under that total of 54.
I like the under 54.
I got 54 to hook.
But anyways, we'll keep.
We really don't have a squad bet today. I'll be honest with you because we're all over the place, and I'm not putting what all three of us are on as a squad bet because I don't want to lose it. Because I got a decent chunk of change on it. So
the poll will still be in the chat. You guys keep voting on that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I forgot to mention that. We're traveling down to Myrtle Beach for Ryan's birthday, and my mom's driving, and she says she wants to leave at 4:00. So we're leaving at 4:00. She's saving miles on my car. She's saving miles on my car and saving me money, so I don't care. It's fine.
Are you going to be here, Nicholas?
Nick will.
Yeah, that means I'm probably going to get in late.
I'm asking him. This guy.
Yeah, probably.
Let me get him out of here.
Yeah, this is what
give you the spotlight. There you go. Are you going to be here tomorrow, Nick Earl?
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. Oh, shit. My bad. I hit the remove button. There you go. Wake up, jackass. All right. You won't be here. That's fine. It'll be the me and Nick Earl show tomorrow.
So I figured we'd spend.
Maybe if it's gonna be just me and you, Lenny, maybe we can break into some hockey futures.
What? Happy birthday, Ryan! Happy birthday, Ryan. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Allie Burns asked me an intriguing question today. Are we going to bring back Net Picks and Chill for season 2? I'm like, I don't know. We'd have to. I'm like, I haven't even talked about that with.
When would that be? Because I think that
when
Tuesday.
You know, do I have a stain on this shirt?
Maybe we'll schedule it for Tuesdays, and we can have a third member to our group as well, potentially, to the Net Picks and Chill lineup.
Ooh.
No, Tim's saying
not
no.
Not me.
No, not you.
Definitely not you, bro. Nobody was thinking hockey talk. Let's bring in Tim Earl.
No, okay, fair.
Oh, Richard Young is calling me from Reno, Nevada. I bet she's calling me to tell me take Reno and all the damn points, and take Nevada.
Yeah,
against
I put it in the private chat who I think a good third person.
I know. He was on morning.
Oh,
yeah.
I
wouldn't be opposed to that. Because I heard he's in talks with Boss Man about some stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that too. He's been a fun little project.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, I wouldn't be opposed to that. We'd have to figure it out. Maybe we could do it. Yeah, we got to figure out a day that works. It can't be a nightly thing, obviously.
No,
it has to be a once a week thing, but figure out like for all. It's hard. Here's the thing: is I know what he does every day for work and otherwise. He knows what I do every day. And then we all know who the third person does every day for a show. So we're all trying to schedules, folks. Schedules. Why is my desk so good?
Anyway, I figured we could spend the last 20 minutes of the show talking some college football.
Oh, well, no, now because you're not going to be here Friday, we got to talk college football?
Yeah.
All right.
Yay!
All right.
So we're grabbing Washington minus the points versus.
Absolutely.
So listen, can we just talk about? Can we focus? Not just, but can we start off with talking about the two games that are actually for tomorrow?
Yes.
I bet both of them, and my lines have moved against me, which I absolutely love.
Oh, that's great. Florida State at Louisville. Florida State minus 2.5, somewhere like that too. Air Force, Wyoming. Air Force minus 16. I think Air Force gets the job done here.
Yes.
Because Wyoming might be the second worst college football team in all time this year.
2-1.
Right behind Hawaii.
They're 2-1.
They're horrible, bro.
They
But I
beat Tulsa
don't.
in Northern Colorado, so
Yeah, I don't like the 16.
no. I don't.
I would
I
lean
like Air
Wyoming on the spread.
Yeah.
I think Air Force wins by 20.
2 touchdowns.
I think they win by a
Oh.
lot. I think they win by a lot.
I just have a thing. I don't like to bet, like Army, Navy, whatever, military schools, unless they're playing each other.
But Air Force will run up the score. They don't give a crap. Like, they don't care. They'll run up the score. So I think that the 16.5, they could be winning 21-0 at halftime. I think
that's not very. That's not very nice of you, Air Force. I mean, we're all supposed to be one for all and all for one, or in the way is that the Army?
And with them, because Air Force was one of the teams that is going to be favored in every single game.
Yeah,
like,
they may run the table.
I realistically think they run the table.
And I could see that. They're good. You know what I mean? But
they win by 20.
They're putting up 41 points against Colorado. UNI, they scored 48 points. I mean, those are teams they should be scoring.
And
if they're really good, they should be throwing 60 against them, not 40s.
This game could be another one of those 41-10s because Colorado is about in the same spot as Wyoming.
16
I like
is
the
just
over.
a weird number for me. I
bet over 48.5 in that game. It's moved to 47. I hate my CLV for those two games because I'm also on the under in Louisville and I got it at 53.5.
But if you like the over, that means you think that realistically Air Force scores 40 plus.
It also means I think we can see 17 out of Wyoming.
I can see a 42-17 game.
34-17, you're on the over already and you're covering. Or I believe you're covering.
No, I like Air Force. I already did a free pick video for it a couple days ago, and I gave out Air Force minus 11 and the over 40.5 as a teaser.
So fair. I would do a teaser and tease both games. I would take the first game, Florida State, Louisville, and take that from the whatever it is, 57-ish or whatever, 6 points, and take it up to 63 and go under 63.
Yeah, I have under
53. The other one over 41. So okay. That's how I would do. I'd action in both games because let's be honest, my degenerate ass is just going to flip between both games. So
I'll have one on one side of the monitor and the other on the other side of the monitor.
One day I'm going to buy a camera that doesn't hook up to the top of my laptop. So when I go like this,
right to your computer, like mine is.
I'll show you the difference. I'm going to show you the difference in camera right now. Hold on, because we just move it over. Watch. So this is what here. This is Lenny with the extra camera that's not on the laptop, and then this is Lenny with the camera laptop.
Oh, you're beautiful.
I know. I could take the virtual thing whatever off, so I don't look fuzzy or whatever. And yes, I have to adjust.
I think the computer laptop works better when you don't have the background.
Yeah, well, I took my green screen off right now, but it just shows.
Yeah.
Like
okay, the hookup one looks better.
That's what Lenny looks like right now in real life.
The background, but anyways, I like Florida State in that first game, minus 2.5. I think it's a good spot for them.
I think the line's correct. I had that game at Florida State minus 2.5.
I'm not high on Louisville.
Yeah, that line's spot on.
Fair. What is their money line? Money lines can't be that bad at 2.5.
Minus 130 something.
What's over here?
Let's see. It's minus 1. I would lay 140 on them. I think that's not.
I don't
bad.
know why I'm still in full mode. I'm sitting here.
I like Florida State. I like Air Force, and I like the over in Air Force. Maybe that's a 3-team teaser for you.
I would take Florida State minus the 2.5.
I'm not high on Louisville, and I'm not high on Cunningham. Is that their quarterback? I'm not high on him.
Malik
So-
Cunningham. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they had
Yeah.
a good win over UCF, which I'm high on UCF. I thought they were going to be able to be compatible with Houston in the American Conference. Now, everybody in the American Conference has already lost a game, so that's kind of interesting to see, which means none of them are getting into the college football playoff or whatever. But
if your book will let it, that 4-team teaser is plus 260. Air Force minus 10. Florida State, even though I know you don't like teasing through 0, goes to plus 3.5. Under 63 and over 41. Sometimes your book won't let you tease same game.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Rise, what do you mean East Carolina plus money? East Carolina's not plus money. They're against Campbell.
They should be plus money.
What? No.
I'm just kidding.
I don't even think there's a line out for that yet.
I did
No,
I did put this teaser in. I'm just gonna pull it up for tonight's game. Chargers plus 10, under 60. I just think the game's decided by a touchdown. Love it, like it, hate it, don't care.
East Carolina game does have a spread now.
Oh boy.
The Pirates are, I think this is going to be the biggest favorite they'll ever be, are 30-point favorites. Woo!
30?
30. 29
Against
on 5
who?
times.
Campbell?
Against Campbell.
Oh.
I'm not touching that. Now what you could do is
find
just
somewhere else to be.
I would go under the 54.5 in that game. I think Campbell can get shut out.
I lied
earlier.
My line for that is 4 touchdowns, 28.
Two teams in the American Conference are still undefeated. That would be SMU and Tulane.
So I think SMU wins this week.
That's why I said East Carolina plus money. No, they're 30-point favorites.
Any baseball? You guys still? We only got about 15 minutes left in the before we touch base on more college football. Do we like anything else tonight in baseball?
I like the Marlins game. Marlins game over and the Diamondbacks game over.
Okay, 9 in that Diamondbacks. I got.
Mm-hmm. It's Manaea that's been getting hammered all year, and Anderson that's been getting hammered all year. I think it's a good spot.
I'm on the Diamondbacks first 5, and that's all I have left.
Even money, I'll take the Pirates plus a 1.5.
I wouldn't talk anybody off of it.
Richie P, you're looking for a gut play.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this.
I won't
Please
say
don't
it
do
out loud, but
Please don't say it. Okay, squad Pirates, because we want to lose every single squad bet. Let's go Mets.
No, we don't want to lose everything. Can we just take a plus 1.5 and even?
No,
money?
I'm not touching the dog.
No, I'm actually not betting that game.
Well, then that's what I'm saying. Squad bet. All right. So Sunday or Saturday football.
Yes.
I know we're on different sides of the Michigan State Washington game, and I understand.
I don't know if I'm even betting that game, to be completely honest. That just seems like the trap play of the week is Michigan State.
It does. I hate to say
because
it.
We've seen this time and time again.
Unranked home favorite, absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't know
sorry,
if we
Lenny.
can say that in week 3 of college football. If that was week 1 or 2, I don't
care what week it is. If Michigan State's the 11th best team in the nation, they should be favored against an unranked team.
Obviously, they don't. The bookmakers don't.
My line's a 5.5 towards Washington,
and the lines move from 1 to 3.5. So, which the 3.5 number shouts out favorite.
Yeah. I'll take Michigan State on the money line plus 135.
Now, I will say one of my. Well, we already discussed the Nevada game. We don't need to beat the dead horse on that one. We already know we're on that one. There was one game that I think me and Nick kind of differ on. I like UTSA versus Texas.
So I can't get on board with that.
And
I want to, but I can't.
And I'm playing a I don't want to say an alternative angle, but I'm playing a letdown spot because Texas just played Alabama, and they almost won. They should have won that game. To be honest,
they should have won that game. Yeah, 100%.
They should have won that game. Now they stay home and they get a in-state rival or in-state team to come in. UTSA is coming off of 2 overtimes, yes, but UTSA has been a scrappy team. I'm at least taking them plus the 11.5 or 12 or whatever you can get them at. I'm going to sprinkle the money line on that one too. I like UTSA this week.
I think the better play in this game is the over 61.
I could see that as well, but
man, I don't hate that because both teams could score 30.
My only worry is that we see the same defense that we saw last week for Texas, which Texas' defense was phenomenal last week against Alabama. If we see that Texas defense the rest of the season, their only loss on their schedule is Alabama.
You know what game I like better than this game? Miami, Texas A&M.
I like
Yeah,
A&M.
I've already locked in a play on that game too.
Me too. And we're not on the same side.
Dig 'em, Aggies. Dig 'em.
No, but I will say this. I got Miami in a teaser at plus 12.
I got -6 with A&M. Yeah. And my main thing behind that is, number one, my power rankings point towards it. I have A&M as a 9. And they're coming in off of a loss against App State. Yeah. And I can't believe I didn't bet App State last week because all week I was advocating for them. I said all App State ever does is go in and cover against Power 5 schools. That's all they do when they play those games. They did it against Miami last year. They've beaten some outright as huge dogs when they beat Michigan. Like App State's a good football program. And they proved it last week.
Another good game I think is going to be Texas Tech, NC State.
Yes,
I want nothing to do with that game.
No.
Tim likes the Wolfpack.
I like NC State. And I'm an East Carolina UNC guy. I like NC State. You're getting Houston. Sorry, not Houston. They're going up against Texas Tech. You're getting Texas Tech off of a
game against Houston.
Overtime game against Houston. And I think it's just going to be an overall flat spot for them because that was an in-state rivalry, back and forth, high-tempo game. And now you go up against App State. Sorry, not App State, NC State. And I think that's just going to be a really rough spot for them.
I think I like the total in that game a little bit more.
And under.
Yeah. I kind of like the under 56.
Yeah, I think it's a little too. I think it's 6 points too high.
I think that line's a little high. I would lean Texas Tech on a side,
like on a touchdown. I think it's a touchdown too high, like roughly. You know,
because also we saw NC State take care of business against the Buccaneers of Charleston Southern, and I mean we've seen we've seen NC State do nothing but tame the traders on the sea, but I'm just kidding. They see Pirates and Buccaneers, so yeah. But they struggled against East Carolina. That's the thing. They were a last second field goal away from losing outright as a 12-point favorite in Greenville. And then they were supposed to kick the crap out of Charleston Southern. They're Charleston Southern. So
this has got slaughter game written all over it. Fresno State at USC. USC minus 12.
That's a weird
and
one.
USC should run away with this shit. They should. But that over-under is at 73.5.
Yeah, it's up to, I think, 74.5 in some spots.
Is it?
I will say
73.5 on my book. Holy crap.
I have 4 dogs this week
Taking the over.
that it's gonna seem gross on a couple of them. Well, I already talked about UTSA, but there's 4 dogs that I like that is fading teams off of big upsets. I'm going Colorado State plus 18.5. They're going up against Washington State, who came off of beating Wisconsin in Wisconsin.
Yeah, give me the money line on them.
I'm going Troy plus the points versus App State. App State coming off of the win against Texas A&M.
My only worry
I already
is
got
that
UTSA plus
crap out
the
of Troy
points.
the last 4 years.
And then the final one, and I did a free pick for it last night. I'm going Bowling Green plus 17.5. They're going up against Marshall after Marshall went into Notre Dame and upset Notre Dame.
And that brings us to another
Man, I don't think that was an upset. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it, but I think Marshall.
It was a
17. Notre
20-point
Dame's
upset.
terrible.
It was an upset.
I
And
think
then
Notre
which
Dame-
brings
who's
us-
Georgia Southern going up against? Sorry, I forgot about
Yeah.
Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern's play.
UAB was another one that I liked. Plus the 10.5.
Which brings us to, you mentioned them there, and with that Marshall game. I kind of like Notre Dame this week.
Yeah, I did a free pick or power hour or something along the lines on this game with Craig Trapp, and
I don't think Cal's very good.
he was on Cal because of the points. He's like, till Notre Dame, whatever. And I'm like, give me Notre Dame. This is one of the games I told you I disagree with Craig Trapp on. Was this
Yeah.
one? Give me
It's
Notre
11.5.
Dame because
Give me Notre Dame.
it's not one thing for Notre Dame to win. They have to win big because
They have to
there's
win
some people,
convincingly.
like I'm telling you, that coach is on the hot seat. You can't.
Their
this is the
season's over
first
already.
time ever Notre Dame has started 0-2. And
Their
this
season's
coach has
over.
went 0-3. I don't care if he's a rookie or not. You can't do that shit in these schools. This isn't the NFL where you can go 0-8 as a rookie head coach, and then people are
it's not
saying,
like you're
"Oh, we
coaching
got to
at
get
New
a system in
Mexico
there." And
State.
this,
It's
do
not
that
like you're
shit.
coaching in New Mexico State or Colorado State,
right?
or like some little school. Like,
Imagine-
no, you are at the University of Notre Dame.
Right. They have
Get your shit together and win
expectations.
some football games. You're supposed to do that.
Look at
Granted,
Nebraska.
Notre Dame is probably the most overrated college football team of all time.
Yeah, all time. They're
Yeah.
overrated. They're overrated every year.
Overrated
opinion.
football program of all time. How many times have
Overrated,
we seen them?
overrated program, college program out of any sport.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have we seen Notre Dame be given a playoff spot to get absolutely blown out of the building?
And you know what it is? It's just I don't know how to say this politically correctly. It's old college football money. Okay. They still hold on. These are 70-year-old, 80-year-old boosters with buku money that hold on to these spots that remember in their heyday when Notre Dame was good in the 70s and 80s and
Notre Dame's
maybe
still
in
a
the
good
90s,
football team.
but
They get
now,
good recruits because
30
they're
years
Notre Dame.
later, they haven't been good ever. And now,
Yeah.
but they still hold on that spot.
Notre Dame is still a good football team. They're still a very good football team, but they're not the Alabamas of the world. They're not the
No, not
Georgias.
even
They're not
close.
the Clemsons. They're not these other teams that
They're
they
not.
think they are.
Not
They're
the
not Ohio
Spartans.
State. They're not Michigan. They're not any of that. Notre Dame probably ranks around Syracuse, that level. I think they're that
Florida?
type of team where they're Syracuse. They're at best a Florida State, like something along.
I would have
those
said
lines.
Florida State
Florida State
and
beats
LSU.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Something like that.
Hold on, Joe, you say Florida wins outright. They're 7-point dogs. I got them as 24-point favorites. I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Different
Which
Florida
Florida?
team? Florida,
Florida-
Florida International, Florida, like
The Gators are 24-point favorites versus South Florida. FAU and UCF play this week. UCF is a 7-point favorite.
Maybe that's
Probably,
what
yeah.
8-point
football.
favorite. Sorry.
I just did a game, or I'm supposed to do a game tomorrow. One or the other. Because I know I created a graphic for UCF.
Also, the Blue Jays suck.
Yeah, I know. I live bet them plus 3.5. That was a mistake.
Yeah, they can't do anything right now. The Rays I think the Rays are about to pass them again.
They're within a half a game, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're back and forth. And you know what them doing this series with the Jays and the Rays are doing? They're benefiting the Yankees by not one of the teams sweeping, because now all of a sudden after this game, Tampa Bay is going to be 7 games back and Toronto will be 6.5 or whatever the case may be. So they're kind of just helping out the Yankees at this point.
So real quick, we only got about 5 minutes left, or 2 minutes actually.
Mm-hmm.
Since Tim's not going to be here, let's get his opinion on this, because I know tomorrow we're going to spend probably 30 minutes or so talking about this game. Marquee matchup, in my opinion, is Saturday. Duquesne at Hawaii. I don't have a line on it. I don't have a line on it. But I gotta lean tie. I gotta lean.
I got a line on it. I got a line on it.
Time. It's 0-0.
Give me Duquesne plus 6.5.
Duquesne. Can I get Duquesne? How's it? Keenan Peele. We were laughing about this earlier before the show. Keenan Peele. I don't know if you guys gotta follow him on TikTok. It's hilarious. But that's gonna do it for us. Nick, why do you lie?
I didn't. I did not.
Tim did.
I lied at him. I think the Jays suck.
They do. I mean, it's Canada, for Christ's sake. They can't even play football right.
Oh, by the way,
they couldn't even count to 100 on the yard line. They gave him an extra 10.
Yeah, please continue to vote on this, because currently we have the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Browns tied at 35%, 31 votes in.
Oh, jeez, yeah. I forgot about that.
Tie goes to the Browns.
Votes, so it's enough. We just need one person to vote. Either
Alejandro's going to come on there
or Browns.
Go Lions.
Tie goes to the Browns, because we don't disagree on that one.
Tim's doing math right now, trying to figure out how many burner accounts he can get to fucking vote Commanders.
I personally don't want to back the commies. I really don't.
If he's, I don't know. You guys got to.
Because honestly, I could see Washington being a trap. People are,
my fault.
Get plus money to fade the lead. I don't want the commies as our pick.
Listen, that's the thing, though. Possible, it's a trap situation. Everybody's gonna be like, it's the Lions. Come on. And then they're gonna bet the Commanders. I don't know. All right, you guys figure that shit out. Let me know. Other than that, we'll be here tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern, game time decision. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Any parting words? Go Lions.
Go Duquesne.
First of all, I'm not ending the show on that. I can't.
Duquesne plus the points. Duquesne plus the points. Let's go.
Let's run it. Let's go H. Let's go A. That's all I got. Hawaii.